Hello. In this video, we will discuss about how to insert data into table to the SQLite database using Python program. In our previous video, what we discussed, how to create a table that we have seen, the structure of the table we have seen. From the Python programming, we create a table. Then in the SQLite database, the table is created. That structure we have seen there. Now, how to insert data using Python programming to the SQLite database table. So this is the program what we discussed in our previous video. So here we created the table. The same program now we'll copy, just modify for the insertion operation. Create a new file, copy here. Okay, now here the same database test.db you can take here. Okay, database connection you have to establish. Now here after creation table we already created. Now insertion of data. Insertion of data into the table. What is the table here? Users. For this, the same statement connection dot execute. In place of create statement, now you can use insert statement. So the insert statement is insert. So SQL is not a case sensitive. You can use any case, either upper or lower or combination, also no problem. So insert statement syntax is insert into name of the table. So what is the name of the table? We used users. So insert into name of the table users. Then what are the attributes available in the table? All you can include name, comma. The second one is email. So insert into users followed by its attribute space using values command values. So then in bracket you can provide the values in the same order. So here name is the type of varchar, email is of type of varchar. So both attribute values you can provide using quotations like a string type. Okay, the now first one name, for example, here I will give only for testing purpose. So RMM. Now email ID, for example, I will give. So 1234 at the rate gmail.com. Let us also. Okay, now here you can see insert into users attribute name, comma, email, values. Okay, now here two values are given. Now you can close the parenthesis here. So here insert into users, here values. Okay, this is closed. And this is the closed parenthesis. Okay, now if you want to give the some message here, data is inserted into table. Something you want to put here. Data is inserted into table successfully. Okay, now another important point what you have to do. So after insertion of the data, you want to save the data permanently into the table. For that, we can use the commit command. So with this object conn dot commit. So you can use compulsory this one. Then the data saves into the table permanently. So because of this commit command, now you can save this program before running. Okay, here earlier what we used test underscore create test underscore insert. For example, this insert operation. That's why for understanding purpose, I am giving test underscore insert. This is the Python code. Now save it. Now you can run this program. Okay, here it is showing some syntax errors. Here, see what is the error here. So perhaps we forgot a comma. Here the quotations let us see. So you can recheck once. So actually here our data also we have given quotes. So to overcome this, you can give double quotes instead of single. You can give double quotes here. Then end with double quotes here. Now you can see. Okay, now again you can save this program. Then you can run this program. Now you can see here no errors are there. It displays the acknowledgement message. Database connection established successfully. The first message. Then the second one, data is inserted into table successfully. Okay, now whether the data is inserted into the table or not, how to check? Again, go back to the DB browser for SQLite. There you can see the browse the table users. There you can see the data. So here we have inserted name as RMM, then email ID 1234@gmail.com. Go back and check. This is already open. Now we can go back to the database browse data. Now you can see in browse data, yeah, the table name is users. Only one table we created. Okay, now it is showing a name, email ID. Earlier blank table is there. Now you can see the first record name what you have taken. So see the Python program here. Here you can see we have given name. So now in DB browser you can see name as RMM. Then the second record what you have given. The second record is 1234@gmail.com. Here the second attribute, that is 1234@gmail.com. This is the data we inserted. Here only one record is inserted. Suppose you want to insert one more record, what you have to do? The same program you can repeat the execute statement multiple times, like whatever the records you want. For example, again I am executing the same statement. Now you can change the values. Okay, now I'm giving another name as RMM. Now ROM. Now the mail ID I'm giving in the reverse order 4321@gmail.com. Insert one more record. Why? Because later we can perform other operations. If more records are, then that is easy to understand clearly. Okay, ROM. Next I'm giving another one, Laxman. So I'm giving the email ID as 1 2 3 4 5. Let us assume it's only for sample data. Okay, now here two more records will be added after execution of this program. Okay, now let us run this program. What you will get now, the file is saved. You can click on run. Okay, now maximize this one. Now you can see database connection established successfully. Data is inserted into table successfully. Then again you have to come back to the SQLite browser. First go back to the database structure. So then you can click on browse data. Now you can see. So so earlier what it contains, earlier only one row is there, that is RMM 1234 that Gmail. Second time you can see, you can observe RMM 1234 that Gmail again repeated. Why? Because this program we executed second time, the first record already there. So RMM it is there. That's why again it takes as the duplication of the record. So you want to overcome the duplication at that time, you can provide integrity constraints primary key. At that time it won't take the repeated data, then it shows already this record is available. Duplication like that, it shows the error message. But here we didn't use any keys at this moment. That's why the same data is repeated again in the separate row. Now you can see RMM. Then later what you have given, the new record is ROM with the email ID 4321. Now see ROM 4321@gmail.com. Then what we have given another record Laxman 12345@gmail.com. Yeah, now see. So here like this we can insert data into the table, whatever the table we created, any number of records you want in Python programming, you can use insert statement that can be repeat based on the number of records required. So after using the insert statement, compulsory we have to commit. So use the commit operation to save the data into the table permanently. Okay, like this, we can insert data into the table. Now table creation is over, data is inserted. Then what you have to do, you want to select the data. So select the data using the Python programming. Here itself, we want to display the data. So that will be demonstrated in the next video. Stay tuned.